Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Vincent. And this is a video that kind of fell through the cracks last month. Vincent had requested a political video about wanting to know how I felt about the Daytona 500, Trump being there, and the response. But it fell through the crack. Missed it somehow. I shouldn't have, because Vincent's been one of my best supporters, and so I went back and forth, and he feels now a coronavirus political video would make more sense now. Still felt the Daytona 500 was channel worthy at the time, though. It's still channel worthy because a couple people have asked me. Damn it! Hold on. Black gnats. They are roofing. They are putting facing on the roof here. They were replacing the gutters, and when they ripped the gutters off, they realized the entire roof was the facade was riddled with termites. So now there's just bugs flying around everywhere. So, on to the political video. Start with the Daytona 500 because I had a couple questions even in the comments section. People wanted to know what I thought of it. Well, it was awesome. First of all, Trump was awesome. The timing was awesome. Having those jets come up just as he said, start your engines, and the jets coming overhead, and the people there just loving Trump. And then he just takes the beast out and leads the field in a lap. Okay, to open the race. I mean, that was just cool. It was cool. And then it rained, and then the race was postponed to the next day, which was fine at that point because Trump got everything in he wanted to get in, and the scene was set. You know, they ran a few laps. The rains came. I had a feeling they were going to come because it had been raining down here, and they moved the race to the next day. And the race was the race. It was a good race. You know, my driver got knocked out eventually. You know, for those who don't know, I fought my driver's Kurt Busch. Maybe I'll do a story about that, a separate story, how I became a Kurt Busch fan and why. But it was a great race, and then once Busch was out, I usually then would root for my team for his teammate Larson. On Chip Ganassi, and but then when it was clear that wasn't going to happen, I like Newman. I do like Ryan Newman, and I like that Roush Fenway team. You know, they're a good team. So I was really hoping to see Newman pull that one out, and Blaney spun him out. That is the one thing about racing I don't like. I don't think you should be able to spin somebody out like that at 205 miles an hour. No. If you can't get around him without pushing him, it's one thing if you're in a curve and you're fighting for position, but if you're riding his bumper, and you can't get around, then you can't get around him. To do what he did, I don't like it. I don't like that move. And when he wrecked, you knew it was bad. You knew it was bad when Newman wrecked. And he went upside down, and LaJoy hit him at 205 miles an hour and sent that car, looked like 30 feet into the air. And he walked away. Not walked away, obviously. They kind of cut him out of the car. But he really didn't have a scratch on him. He has some pretty bad concussion, I would imagine. That just goes to the safety of the sport and the safety of those vehicles and what they can do with them. And the funny thing about it being him is, was it being Newman in that bad crash? Is he had been screaming for years about vehicle safety. He actually has a degree in automobile engineering, so they had put in a bar across the window, and they were actually called the Newman bar because he was the one bitching about it. He had been fined about it because he had a lot of cars that ended up on top of him. That ain't the first time. He had Kurt Busch land on top of him. In the Talladega practice, he had the When McMurray was driving the one car, McMurray landed on top of him back in when he was driving the 39 car for Stuart Haas. He had a bunch of people land on top of him. It's unbelievable how many people land on top of Ryan Newman's car. So, but I'm glad he walked away. All in all, I thought it was a good race. I thought it was a good event. I thought Trump was amazing. Watching the left freak out on anything that goes well on Trump's behalf is just amazing to watch. So now I'm filming this the day after the second round or third round of primaries, yesterday in, Michigan and a bunch of other states. I cannot believe Biden. I can't believe it's going to be Biden. The guy can't talk. And he's deteriorating mentally so fast. He's becoming a child again mentally, where his ability to rationalize and his ability to have a debate without it coming to blows is gone. He's ready to fight at a moment's notice. It's because he's frustrated because he can't find his thoughts. He can't find his words. It's kind of like, I'm not a Biden fan. I'm not a fan of the Democrats. But this is sad. It's elder abuse what they're doing to him. It's elder abuse because they have nothing to beat Trump with. That's why they're like praying. They're trying to tank this economy. That's what, like Bill Maher said, please let the recession come. Please let a recession come, because the only way we could stop Trump. So now you got a corrupt media, a corrupt Democrat Party, trying to now pin a Chinese virus, a virus that was started in China, trying to blame Trump for it and tank the economy. Why? Because they got a candidate. They have a choice between an out-and-out communist as a candidate or a senile old man who obviously he can barely even walk. Like, watch him walk into his car. He's kind of like an old, brittle man. He's become that character on Seinfeld that, what the hell was it? I forgot the character's name and I forgot the actor's name. The guy from the Naked Gun movies, who in the Seinfeld was like, he's 80 years old and Jerry's dad is like, this is Mr. I think it's Abernathy. Maybe it's Mr. He's the strongest guy here. And Mr. It's go time. It's Joe Biden. It's go time. Ready to throw out his back. He's that Seinfeld character. Lloyd Bridges, that's the actor. Lloyd Bridges. Okay. Lloyd Bridges. It's go time. You think you're tougher than me? That's Joe Biden. Joe Biden has become Lloyd Bridges in Seinfeld. I can't remember the character's name. It'll be in the description box. So that's what your choice is. An out-and-out communist, okay, or Lloyd Bridges, who's a senile old man. They got to hope for the deaths of hundreds and thousands of American citizens, hoping it'll turn the people against Donald Trump. I mean, this is sick. It's a sick world we're living in. These are sick people. These are demonic people. Oh, please let the recession come. Please. The stock market's down 2,000 points. God damn it. How many fucking times have we seen this stock market crash? I can't even count. And it's not only under Trump, it's under every fucking president. The stock market crash. This is the worst stock market loss. This is the worst crash. Oh my God, here it comes. 2 days later, it's right back. It bounces right back. Next day, back up another 1,200 points. It's bullshit. Weird days, strange days we're living through here. Strange days. And as much as, you got Joe Biden, you got Joe Biden out there threatening his own voters. Saying he's running for Senate, saying he's running for this. It's going to Beto O'Rourke, the gun czar. Are you insane? Are you insane? Listen, whoever the nominee is, and I'm sure it's going to be Biden, I don't know how he makes it to the election. I think probably his VP candidate will be Klobuchar. Would have to be. Can't be Warren. Everybody hates Warren. Could you imagine a Biden-Warren? Ugh. That's all Trump's going to have. Give Trump that option. Yeah. Sleepy Joe and Pocahontas. Can you imagine the names he will come up with? But then again, Klobuchar, you really can't put in there because Joe's swinging violently at people. She's throwing fucking staplers and combs at her staff. These people are an unmitigated disaster. It really is unbelievable how much Barack Obama saved the Democrat Party from going completely off the cliff 12 years ago. Had it not been for him, they'd have been done. They'd have been done. He's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one who was able to hold that shit together. Don't tell me about them taking back the House in 2018. That was all on Bloomberg's money, based on media lies, with a Mueller investigation going on, and all this fucking disinformation. That's done for too. I think the Republicans take back the House. They're going to probably increase the Senate. Fuck Jeff Sessions. That's another one. Fuck Jeff Sessions. You know, I get annoyed at people. Like, I follow Ann Coulter. I like Ann Coulter. But this obsession, and I'm with her on the wall and on immigration, and Trump have not really done enough on it. Okay? But this obsession she has with Jeff fucking Sessions. Let's just face it. Jeff Sessions is the Bernie Sanders of the right. Spent decades in the Senate and got nothing done. He was the furthest right senator that we had, but what did he get done? Nothing. What bill is attached to his name? Nothing. 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 The second he gets in, Trump gives him his fucking dream job. What does he do? He recuses himself, stands by quietly while they berate his friggin' administration, tear it apart, try to cripple him for 2.5 years while he's sitting around as the Keebler elf with his thumb up his ass, worrying about who's smoking weed. Fuck Jeff Sessions. Fuck Jeff Sessions. Hell no. Hell no. I'd rather keep the seat Democrat than to let Jeff Sessions back into the Senate. How about that? How about that? Because at the end of the day, the Doug Jones of Alabama can't do all the crazy shit that any other Democrat can do. Yeah, he voted for impeachment, yeah, and I don't think he's going to win anyway. I think Tuberville will end up winning regardless. The Republicans, man, you know, weak-kneed, and they keep going back to the same losers that walked them into this problem in the first place. You know, so I don't get it. Like, these people, like the Jeff Sessions of the world. Fuck him. Fuck Jeff Sessions. You know. So you got these people now, hoping, praying that this coronavirus is something. And look, it's a flu. It's a flu. It's probably a bad flu. Okay, but it's another flu that attacks. and if you've done some reading on it, and I've looked around and read a lot about it, and looked at the numbers of the people who are dying. Okay, first of all, if you're not Asian, okay, the chances of it if you're not Asian, the chances of it hitting you seriously at a young, healthy age are nearly nil. Are practically nil. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm getting distracted by the banging and This is awesome. This is awesome. So, now I read like on Zero Hedge that, you know, genetically, I mean, like we're all humans, but you know there are still different characteristics and genetics that make us different. Apparently, this virus attacks you harder if you have Asian genetics. Okay, now anybody who's got emphysema, is really overweight, is over the age of 65, has other medical conditions, you're susceptible to influenza just like anyone else. Okay, just like anyone else. But if you read about it, look, this is, to me, it's not hype. We should know about it. On the other hand, they want this recession. They want this recession. So, you know, it's anything to stop Trump. It's anything to stop Trump. And look, we're gonna have a choice. You're gonna have a choice to make here. It's either gonna be Donald Trump, okay, or Lloyd Bridges from Seinfeld, okay. That's who Joe Biden has become. So, kind of hard here with all this banging. So, let me cut it here. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm probably going to have to think of a lot more stuff I want to say. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video after this as well, once the banging subsides. So, thank you to Vincent for sponsoring. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to have a private video made, or you'd just like to make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to follow me on the library app as well. The links are provided in the description box too. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.